Speak like soldiers. Anyway, first thing, I would like to remind you before starting the session with proper roadmap that you have spared your precious time today. I have spared my precious time. My schedule, if you live with me, stay with me for 2-3 days, hardly 4 or 5 of you would be able to sustain. That's my kind of schedule it is. So I would like to share with you that you are sparing your precious time. I am sparing my precious time. That means when you attend the session, young man till last row, all of you are equally important. It's a very small batch for me. I generally start with 200, 250 in Delhi auditorium. But that doesn't matter to me. Candidate should be sincere. That's the most important. So make sure today, young man, you are sitting in last row, be composed now. Now it is, once session starts, you get composed. It's like temple, gurdwara, church and mosque for you. You are launching your career today formally. So I would like to remind, we should cover our session in such a way that in evening when you are going back home or hostel, you should have very good feel for me especially, that thank you sir, you made the day. Really it was a strategic session which we never had earlier. If this feeling is with you, then my visiting is worth, and that is worth always. That's why I'm sharing with you. So this is very important. Second thing, all of you, please hold young man right now. Don't do all these things. First you hold everything, listen to, thereafter I will give you write-up, because in this examination, the most important aspect is, I will give you all, that is your time discipline. Because if all fight is related to time. So I tell you, today our roadmap would be, I decide generally 5 roadmap for every session. I will give you write-up, no worries, because it is all across India. Whenever faculty starts speaking, all across I have seen, because I have privilege and honor to visit Delhi, of course, my headquarters. Thereafter, I do visit some engineering colleges these days. Since 2017 onward, they have started their graduation come in civil services courses. So I do visit, of course, Delhi, Srinagar, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Trivandrum, and everywhere I have seen one common practice among candidates, that as soon as faculty start, they start writing, because they don't have that much of confidence. They generally feel that they will forget everything. I will give you write-up, no worries. But first the foremost thing in this age, what age you are having, first important thing is, you should trust yourself. You should have respect for self. If you doubt yourself, you will never be successful. Once you have trust, now one thing, before starting the session, as soon as you thought of preparing for civil services, see what a fantastic coincidence it is. Recently result came out. All across Delhi, it's like a storm. And candidates speaking here, there, candidates who are just 1 second before sitting at home. Result came out, next day, all media surrounding the house, interview, this, and they have become Brahmi also, like you are. So they have become God and goddesses kind of. And everywhere speaking, and candidates listening to them, my God, Brahma is speaking, secret of success. But always remember, if you hearing everyone, that's fine, but you should have your own way out. I should have my way out. Then only I am leader. If I just follow others, I am follower. Because you are such a young age you are, all of us in this life, we are writing an examination basically, very tough examination. And 95% of us fail in our life because we copy each other. In spite of realizing the fact that everyone has given different question paper by God. Question paper is different. And we are copying each other because of that. But once you have your own way out, you are leader. You recognize. And let me, before starting the session, I would like to share with you, it's my personal, very personal and professional. I never shared dice with any successful candidate, ever. In my last 27 years of career, so almost 27 years of career in this profession, I never shared dice with any successful candidate, despite of their emotional blackmailing, this. Because there is one thing in my mind always. If you are successful, you are standing by my side. If I am claiming your success, taking credit of your success, I should remind myself I am equally responsible for those who are failures. If I have emerged as Godfather, that I made you successful, I made you successful, and you are standing and speaking about me, this is farce, this is fake. Why? Because if I am that kind of Godfather, that I am making IAS, then all the candidates whom I trained would have become IAS. But majority of them failed. Why should I take credit of those who are successful if I don't have that courage to take blame of all those who are failures? This is totally mine. I never mind people standing, addressing. I never mind. That is their business, is my business. So today, young people of India, we would be starting our session in 5 points. First point would be, I will write on board, no worries. First point would be myth and realities of civil services. There are lots of myth. Second point would be understanding pattern of civil services examination. Getting young man? अभी बात लेकर आ रहे हो क्या? Looking so fresh. Good. But yes, सब थोड़ा सा tidy कर लो. Because very important is, in this examination, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, Kannada, all language confined to this area or that area. The most important is your body language. Most important. In this exam, anywhere, if you want to be successful, your body language should be very, very sophisticated and fine. So that even you are standing on railway platform, huge crowd is there, and you are standing somewhere, people crossing, and you are not like film star kind of, modeling kind of, but people looked at you twice. They felt like you are someone special. You have some fire. Or else, it's very difficult because you are going to face people of national repute. So I repeat, today our first point of the session would be myth and realities of civil services. Second point would be understanding pattern of civil service examination, especially since 2013, because pattern changed since 2013. And pattern is changing every year almost. Third, we will study a strategy, how to design a strategy to succeed in one attempt really. This year also, 72 candidates out of 665. 72 are totally freshers. Totally freshers, just simple graduate. And they made the rank. And there are number of candidates who appeared 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, not able to crack this examination finally. So, a strategy is very important. That would be third point. Very detailed strategy I will give you, and all of you have notebook with you, all of you, so that we will be, whatever we will be getting it, we will be writing also. और एक बात याद रखो young man, all of you, till last 2 I am speaking. The man who is sitting in black shirt, I am asking you, you are equally important. See, make sure first you take your parents into confidence before preparing for civil services. Because when your parents look at you with respect, because tell you this way, what is it? You look drowsy, lazy, low energy, low morale, and thereafter your papa asking, beta, prepared, you are prepared? You would be preparing for civil services? Yes, Baba. Even yes, Baba is slow sounding. They are parents, they won't speak anything harsh to you, but they feel like, whom are you befooling? You don't have that gut. But on the contrary, if you feel like, yeah, Baba, I will. Are you sure, Baba? Are you sure, beta? You would be able to qualify this examination? Baba, nothing is sure. Even heartbeat is not sure. We are planning for whole year. We don't know next moment it will beat or not. Oh my God, you have become philosopher then administrator. No, Baba. Thing is, we should think of those factors which are within our control. We should not think of those factors which are outside our control. For example, I am flying to Delhi to Hyderabad. I am, even last evening also, in spite of so huge experience, I keep thinking, oh, whole night I am not able to properly sleep because I am going to address new generation again in the morning. And keep planning about how to lecture. The lecture should be slightly different from previous lecture so that they should feel fresh always. So I am thinking of those and I am delivering it. I will get back with full of satisfaction tomorrow evening. Monday to Friday again, Delhi, hectic session. But I tell you, why should I think of those factors which are beyond my control? For example, whether plane will land or crash. Why should I think? Recently, what happened in Patna? One plane got fire in engine. Monica Khanna, pilot, you girl, hats off to all of you. क्या power आया है woman में? सोचो, had it been Air Force fighter pilot, he would have lost nerve. But that lady, I also gave her compliment on LinkedIn, and she replied also. I'm happy. She noticed that compliment. My God, it's a really amazing, because after getting news from crew member that engine has caught fire, already flame has started coming out. Thereafter, maintaining composure, that is called a strategy. Otherwise, plane would have crashed. Maintaining composure, contacting ATC immediately, taking permission, already very busy airport that is, then granting permission, landing properly by switching off one engine and landing with that cool and composure, no crash landing, proper landing, and making to halt, sitting there, asking passenger to come out. They are coming out, and last she came out. Hats off. What is? Now, throughout her life, she would be very happy person because she had that heroic feel. This is the age you have. When in my age, I am thinking that way, you are quite younger to me. So I tell you, the most important is that how to, lots of things I will discuss. First, myth and reality. Second, understanding pattern. Thirdly, how to design a strategy. And what is a strategy really? A strategy is that important that Naxal leaders hiding in jungles, 4 or 5, they are also genius in their field. They are setting a strategy. And they got movement of CRPF. Highly sophisticated force. They got information. They design. They will pass through this way. Let them come. Start tracking them. Tracking. Their commander said, come back by same route. The area commander saying, no sir, we are about to change the route. Who is commander? I am or you are? You bloody. How do you dare to? Just get back by same route. Here, Naxal leader hearing to. Fine. They are coming back. They are hiding behind hilltops and muddy area especially. That is their strategy. As soon as they got caught there, they started firing. And brutalized CRPF like sophisticated force. Why? Their strategy was too good. And next time, CRPF planned a strategy. Pulwama attack, terrorists had good strategy. We had not. And in Balakot strike, we had good strategy. They had not. And we devastated them like anything. So you can crack this examination just because of a strategy. This knowledge, background, family, qualification, doesn't matter at all. What ultimately matters, strategy. How good a strategist you are. And that's very important point I would like to discuss with you. And after discussing strategy, third, then fourth point I will discuss how to analyze newspaper magazines. Video, how to analyze videos, how to hear Rajya Sabha news. Just simply hear news or you should do something. And then fifth point of the session would be time and word management and stress management. Because see, in this examination there would be stress. Stress is with everyone. You can't really imagine what kind of stress I must be having. But yes, because completing session tomorrow evening yours, and next sessions start working in the mind. But that become a stress if I'm not enjoying that. If my profession is my passion, that is not if, it is really my passion, then only I am sustaining this energy, stamina. 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hour session, and getting back home, and still people who love me, like me, they're asking, what is your diet pattern? Nothing, enjoying life. So you don't have a stress? Yeah, I do have. But what is it? If you passionately prepare, you enjoy your preparation, you would be next year winner. And if you are taking as medicine, अरे यार बहुत पढ़ना होगा यार, अरे यार, always अरे यार, creeping like, people keep creeping only, crying only. So make sure all of you, first you note down roadmap. And roadmap, I will give you 30 seconds, you go through the roadmap, then one by one I'd be discussing with you. And young lady, you came late slightly, no worries, but right now just we are going for roadmap of the session. You have lost nothing, but now onward you take care so that you should get the same thing what all others are getting. Fine? Note down the roadmap. Headline should point 1, 5 points we will discuss. Point 1, myth and realities of civil services. Myth and realities of civil services. Second would be understanding pattern. Understanding pattern. I am deliberately writing in this side so that I will write this side also, lots of things. Understanding pattern. Third would be a strategy. Design. Fourth would be newspapers, magazines, channels, better write newspaper, magazines, analysis. And fifth would be time, word, and stress management. First of the session is, please sit down immediately and note down. You are late. First point is myth and realities of civil services. Don't mind my writing because I'm writing a bit fast, just symbolic I'm writing. Myth and reality of civil services, this should be your full line. Second it is understanding pattern of civil services examination, CSE, understanding pattern of civil service examination. Third would be strategy design, how to design your strategy that you should follow throughout your preparation. Fourth would be how to analyze newspaper, magazines, because when you ask and when you find candidates that those who are successful, ask them, sir, which newspaper? They recommend number of newspapers. And you feel like I'm lost in one newspaper. I spend around 2 to 3 hours in one newspaper. How can I analyze so many newspapers? That is all different thing. Real thing is very different that we'll be discussing newspaper, magazines, how to do it. Then fifth would be your time. How to manage your time. That is daily planning, weekly planning, monthly planning you should have. And with some cushion period. It should not be hard. It should not be like some guest has come to your house, your relative came to your house and you started crying. Oh mama, they will disturb now. This is not the way. You should be multitasker. As an IAS officer, you have to be multitasker. Watch movie also, listen to ghazal also, go for picnic also, go for outing also, go for trekking, mountaineering, tourism hi karo, enjoy karo, and then prepare. Masti bhi karo. But this age will never come back. Sab karo. And then somebody asks, Baba, when mama asking you, no, you are not so serious. You say, Baba, candidates are sincere, they are not serious. The two words are different, serious and sincere. In this class, some of you look serious and majority look sincere. Have you ever seen any doctor diagnosing a patient and saying, "Arey, ye patient to sincere ho raha hai"? Have you ever seen patient getting sincere? Patient gets serious, mar raha hai. But we get sincere. We are not supposed to frown. You should look in your age, because number of boys and girls I won't point out in class, they are 25 years of age and look like 70 years old. And there are certain people who are 75 years of age and look like 25 years because of their energy. See Ajit Doval. How old he is? Ajit Doval? 78 years. Can you imagine? Touching 80 now. And see his energy. When he comes out of car, security personnel start running with him. That is the way of his movement. That his body language say he is National Security Advisor. National Security Advisor. People look at him with so much regard. Everyone saying, Jain sir, Jain sir. Look like, yes, he has secured us. That looks like. So I repeat, out of all these points what we are having, now I will give you whatever I will explain to you. Everything need not be in writing. Something which is required to write, I will give you write up, no worry. That is up to you. If you want to write everything, you can. But I would like to suggest you, first do point after point you hear, and in this point there is nothing much to write. But in this point, I will give you write up. There are certain write up. Like myth and realities of civil services, first thing comes in mind. Does it need years-long preparation? See, it needs. Why so? Because if you are writing for 2023, suppose, you started preparing 2022, June. 2023, you would be writing prelims. Whole year you would be writing examination. 2024, your interview. And 2024, June, result will came out and you would be in rank. Please make sure, young people, time can never be recycled. That is written there. है ना, सबसे पहले टाइम रेस्पेक्ट करना सीखो. लेट नहीं आना चाहिए, ठीक? Please. From tomorrow onward, in my session, I would like to request all of you. Today also, I started a bit relaxed time, so that first session should be, everyone should be there. Now, let me see. When you are taking one attempt, myth and reality is first point I am picking up. One attempt. It will take you 2 years. 2022 June, suppose you are preparing for 2023. 2022 June you started preparing. 2023 June you would be writing examination. 2000 October, 23 you would be October main examination. Thereafter October or whatever. Thereafter 2024 interview. 2024 June result came out and you are in rank. Provided you are that sincere. And if you failed, God's sake, it should not. If you failed, again 2 years. 2024, 2025, 2026. And number of candidates continue. Don't you think they are committing crime against their parents? They are torturing their parents like anything. So make sure in one attempt. And if you say, sir, there are a number of candidates who are not able to crack examination in one attempt. Forget about those. You think about yourself. And as I told you, the factors, you take account of those factors which are within your control. You will qualify in one go. With huge authority I am speaking to you. Based on my 27 years of experience, I have seen candidates, BD worker's daughter, rickshaw puller's son, helping father and mother in farming, working somewhere ad hoc and cracking examination in one go. And there are candidates from rich background, not rich I am targeting, rich background, father prosperous, mother prosperous, preparing for 7-8 years, not able to crack the examination because they are in very comfort level. Very comfort level. Whenever you are searching for comfort level, you will not qualify. Go for uncomfort. For example, one simple example I am giving before you. If I sit down and start delivering lectures, that's my, but you won't object. But I won't get that much of energy. On the contrary, people do, number of ask me, whole day you are standing and delivering lectures, don't you feel pain? Of course, I don't have a steel frame here. I do feel pain, but I feel pain after the session. During session, I never, God is great, kind to me. During session, it's a passionately going on. So first myth is you have to invest 2 years of your precious life for one attempt. Make sure that attempt should be one attempt. You qualify in IRS, railway traffic, railway accounts at least, Group B at least, so that you have made launch of PSLV, now go for GSLV. But no SLV launch in 2 years, that you are committing crime against you and against parents. You have become liability for the family. I am very harsh speaking to. You should not. Second thing regarding myth is that does educational qualification matter? You be interactive with me. I am your senior friend, but friend, mentor, teacher. Does educational qualification matter? Not at all. Who am I to say? Let me tell you. I am giving example. Suppose I am IIT Kharagpur, mechanical engineer, M.Tech, gold medalist. I went to UPSC. I say, sir, I am gold medalist from IIT Kharagpur, first IIT of India, sir. Will you exempt me from preliminary examination? UPSC say no. Before I say, you say no. What UPSC say? You are gold medalist? Fine. We respect you, but you prove yourself in our examination. क्या बात करते हैं? IIT खड़गपुर को प्रूव किया. I am gold medalist. UPSC say, maybe. We have equal regard for third divisioner and gold medalist, because you have different examination there. Here it is very different examination. You prove here. And on the contrary, those who are having poor academic record, they score better. You get surprised. Even naam nahi lunga main. This year I have around 14-15 candidates, simple graduate and grade B scoring. 48%, 52% like. One candidate I won't name, third divisioner. He may be getting railway traffic. And when he appeared before the board, the first question was, your academic record is so poor. And he was very confident, graceful. And the way he replied, that question I also asked him. So replied so nicely, sir, your academic record is toward downsize always. Why is it so? Sir, it was because of adverse family condition, but I would not like to share with you, sir, because I don't want to generate any sort of sympathy here, sir. I want to compete. I don't want sympathy, sir. Don't you feel ashamed of that your academic record is so poor? No, sir. I'm not shameless, but I would say, sir, on the contrary, I feel very proud of that in spite of such a poor academic record, I qualified this examination and appearing before you for interview. I have respect for myself that I can bounce back from any crisis. You are a good speaker. Thank you, sir. Why don't you join politics? You can do wonders. Sir, I have no reservation against politics, sir. But politics is based on election. That is not my cup of tea. I am fit for selection, not for election. Oh. उसके बाद लोग ऐसे देखते एक दूसरे को, क्या कैंडिडेट है? And such candidate scored 210, 212. Academic record is so simple, 212, and made rank like 94, 72, 76. And those who are gold medalists, they took it granted. So on the contrary, if you are gold medalist, you are generating expectation level very high in interview. And if you fail to perform on normal level, you would be punished there. That shows that your gold medal is fake. And thereafter chairman laughs like anything. Oh, your father has been VC of that university. Very nice. Mother, professor, head of department. Good. This is not good. They are asking you that all your parents are there and you are holding gold. Your gold is not sellable right now. तुमने fake काम किया है. So first thing is your educational qualification or family background doesn't matter. But yes, your time period does matter, 1 year. 1 year. Another thing is very important regarding myth of reality. The number of candidates say, or you feel like, should I study for 12 hours, 14 hours a day? Generally people recommend 14 hours, 12 hours a day. You are young people, smart people you are, don't go by recommendation. Is it really possible? So confident this girl is, no. Why so? I tell you, no, good, God bless. This should be the attitude. Why so? If I am having, suppose, 10 aloo paratha per day because I have to take session for 10 hours. I won't be able to take class even for 10 minutes. ऐसे हो जाएगा. On the contrary, I am empty stomach, just one banana. One banana, 2 boiled egg whole day. Firing like anything. Even a candidate like 25 years old would not be able to compete with me in terms of stamina energy. One banana, I'm not prescribing you nutrition. I'm just asking you that when digestion and reception are same thing, when you are restricted diet, you will be fit and fine always, energetic. Same here. When you study for 2 hours, 2.5 hours at a stretch, that is sufficient for brain to recept it. Otherwise, generally what we do when we study, what we do, 1 or 2 candidates, I would like to remind right now, beginning of the session, if you feel drowsy in this session, you ask yourself, are you right candidate to prepare for this examination? When in 23, 24, 25 years of age, the morning session just started and your look is drowsy, taking out mud from your eye, forget this examination. This is not your cup of tea. So make sure, this is very important. And you are equally important for me. It is a small batch, even candidates 450, 500 in session, all of them are equally important. So I repeat, first thing, 1 attempt, 2 years of your life. So 1 attempt should be your successful attempt. Take oath of it. When mother is sleeping, माँ के सर पर हाथ रख के बोलो. माँ से ज़्यादा important कोई नहीं होता. She is creator. That will be giving you a kind of commitment. But yes, one thing is there. You always take oath. The factors which are within your control, you will do the best. Don't think of those factors which are outside your control. Interview देने जा रहा है लड़का, धौलपुर हाउस के पास एक्सीडेंट हो गया. This is the factor beyond his control. Beyond, and that too, number of times it happened, mishappening. So it is like first point. Second, as I told you, qualification doesn't matter at all. Never bother about your qualification. You see, even IIT entrance examination, there is criteria for PCM 60%. But UPSC say no 60%. You qualified, your graduation, come. Appear. If you qualify here, we will make you IAS or else go back. That means qualification, family background doesn't matter. Hours of study, always make sure 2 hours, 2.5 hours, one stretch, thereafter over. Till you enjoy. But generally we count study hours like this. Studying somewhere in your room, that is your age factor also. Thereafter, suddenly, you'll peep through window. Someone is going. This happens to everyone. You people also, these people also. Sabko hota hai. But thereafter what happened? You are watching and then half an hour gone. And you are counting those hours also in study hours. That is fake totally. That is not study hours. So make sure study hours should be like effective hours. Now, these are some myths and realities related to civil service examination. That means, as I told you, 1 attempt, 2 years. Second, qualification doesn't matter at all. Third, hours of study doesn't matter at all. Quality of study matters, hours of study doesn't matter. Like quality of food matter, quantity of food doesn't matter. This much of biryani will not matter, but 1 boiled egg will matter. That is in terms of quality of nutrition, not quality. Sorry, quality of nutrition, not quantity. These are very important in myth and realities. Thereafter you come to, in this point, and I would like to ask all of you, after completing this whole session, then I will ask you, you ask question if you have anything. So that you should feel free. Asking question. First, let my side be completed. So first it is. Second, it is regarding understanding pattern of civil service examination. You are really attracting my attention because of your care. Black shirt, I am asking you, black shirt. You please come out this side. Please come. Please come. See, he is one of the example. He may be very talented, sharp candidate. But yeah, please, God bless, beta. Make sure, it's a very important examination, make sure. This is one simple example. This candidate may be ranker in his attempt, but based on present status, no chance of qualifying prelims even. Morning shows the day. That stamina develop, attentiveness, energy, keenness. It should not be just drowsy attending the session. It will not pay. So I tell you one very important thing, and very nice, sweet of you. Please make sure. So far understanding pattern is concerned, here you need to write, but here also I would like to give you some points. I would love to give you some points so that after the session you would be going through those points. It would be always registered in your mind, in your copy as well. But what I am trying to do, first it should be registered here. Because I also don't have any support system. I am talking about myself. Whenever I will be taking your session on different topics of general studies, no support system. Because I am appearing before you like an examinee, isn't it? And when I am appearing before you like examinee, I am mentally prepared. Everything is here, properly correlated. Then I am confident in delivering lectures. Same you have to face, because in UPSC nobody is allowed to take copy, laptop, mobile, nothing. You have to go all alone, just ekla chalo re. You have to go there with your all preparation. Have that practice right from beginning of preparation. So myth and realities, as I told you, I remind you, one attempt, 2 year. 2023 if you are targeting, whatever year you are targeting, place the year in center, 1 year before, 1 year after, result. This should be a 2-year investment of life in one attempt, so make sure one attempt should be ultimate and final. Second would be like, qualification doesn't matter at all, whether you are 3rd divisioner or you are gold medalist, that doesn't matter at all. UPSC simply says our pattern is different, you face the examination, qualify, go to Mussoorie, Hyderabad, Nagpur, Baroda, no problem. Or else go back home. Third thing, hours of study doesn't matter. What matter? Quality of study. Getting young man properly, very sweet of you, very nice. So quality of study matters. Then next thing is, in myth and realities, I am speaking right now once again for you. So these points, because you are writing all the points you should write, thereafter I will take understanding pattern of civil services. So I will give you lots of point in pattern. What is the pattern of this examination? Before that you write few points. Change the para. Civil services examination. Civil services examination is known for myth and realities. Is known for myth and realities, which include point 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which include point 1. One attempt means 2 years of investment. One attempt means 2 years of investment. 2 years of investment. So same line. So it has to be successful at any cost. So it has to be successful at any cost. At any cost. Point 1. Point 2. Qualification does not matter. Qualification does not matter. Point 2. Point 2, because UPSC holds different pattern of examination. Because UPSC holds a different pattern of examination. Different pattern of examination in which a first divisioner and third divisioner, in which a first divisioner or third divisioner are equally treated. In which a first divisioner or third divisioner are equally treated. Next point, third point. Quality of study matters. Quality of study matters. Quality of study matters in terms of 2 to 3 hours in one stretch. Quality of studies matter in terms of 2 to 3 hours in one stage, without counting the hours. Without counting the hours. Point 4, preparation should be passion. Preparation should be passion and must not be prescribed by anyone else. Preparation should be passion and must not be prescribed by anyone else. Must not be prescribed by anyone else. And point 5, resources of preparation. Point 5, resources of preparation must be restricted and authentic. Resources of preparation must be restricted and authentic. Must be restricted and authentic. Now, just a second please. You have not come here just for writing sake. In between, I will keep reminding you something. For example, you notice that I discussed 3 points and I gave you 5 points. Always make a habit of writing 5 points. So that 30 words into 5, 150 words, and 50 words into 5, 250 words. You are habituated of. Even you are writing mail to your parents for money. That should also be 5 points classified. First point, how are you people? Second point, regarding their health status, all sort of strain stress. Third point, regarding your preparation. Fourth point, regarding your hope, your passion, your ambition. And fifth point, regarding sending money. Could you get it? If you are asking for money in very first point, Papa will delete the mail. So sequence is very important. First you put all these points, take them into emotional confidence, thereafter ask for money. If you straightway ask for money, they won't give you. This is way of preparation. So 5 points. You will find me, जबकि मैं आपसे जब भी बात करूँगा, whenever I will be discussing with you anything, it will be always in 5 points. So first it is 5 points. Now second, we are going to discuss understanding pattern of this examination. Just hold for 1 minute. Understanding pattern of this examination. Again, I will be giving you 5 points. That is my preparation like an examine for you. Of course, everywhere there is strategy, but I keep changing slightly. देखो, it's a pattern. First point in pattern is, you may write also, so that I'd be giving you details further. We are now touching second point of the session systematically, that is understanding pattern. In pattern, you write 5 points. First point, I will explain in detail, no worry. Applicants versus selection. First you write, I will explain that detail. Second, diversity of qualification. Third, undefined syllabus. Fourth, analytical, applied, then academic. Applicants versus selection ratio. Point 1, I will explain in detail. Second, diversity of qualification. Diversity of qualification of candidates you write. Diversity of qualification of candidate. Point 3, undefined syllabus. Point 4, analytical and applied, then academic. And point 5, time, word limits, exam. Time and word limits in examination. I repeat, in the second point of main point, that's the understanding pattern of civil services, we have here 5 points to discuss. That is applicants versus selection ratio. Then comes diversity of qualifications of candidate. Then comes undefined syllabus. Then comes more analytical, applied than academic it is. More analytical examination it is. I will explain in detail, no worries. And fifth, it is this only examination, civil service examination, where time and word limit is prescribed. No other examination. Now, one by one. Now, just few, you have already, because writing so much detail, like you have practice of writing precise and knowing it in detail. Let me explain you in detail. See, applicants versus selection ratio. I think in this class, all of you must be aware of 9 lakhs apply every year. I think all of you are aware of around 9 lakh approx. If you go on DOPT site of UPSC, DOPT site of Government of India, you will find on an average 9 lakh apply every year. How many appear really in prelims examination? 4.5 lakh. What it shows? It shows that 50% of the candidates are bogus. Very bitter word I am using. 50% of applicants are bogus. They don't have that metal. As soon as the examination is coming close to them, they bump out. They jump out. Why so? Because they don't have any strategy. And thereafter they ask parents, Mama, beta, I should leave this year. No, beta, what happened to you? Just imagine depression of parents. They are holding hand of each other, not in front of you. I am parent, so I know, but I am that way very, very blessed person. One son, genius record, is rather putting India's flag in history. I would like to share with you. He is the youngest engineer in United Kingdom Atomic Energy Authority, UK Atomic Energy Authority. Youngest engineer in level 5 and working in RACE, remote application in challenging environment. And in the good book, he is representing his authority with Eurofusion, ITER, and Science and Technology Department of UK. Now he is British civil servant. And after having that blessing, naturally I am after you people. Ab aur bhi josh hai. Okay, now it's your turn. You do wonders. You Indian civil servant, you should do wonders. He has done wonder by becoming British civil servant and not leaving India. He is putting flag there literally. He is the first young man after Jweta Majumdar, 1997, non-European, non-British, who got selected in one go in United Kingdom Atomic Energy Authority. That's like Atomic Energy Commission of India. Think of my age now. आप imagine करो, if I am without food for 15 days, even then I will survive with same energy because of that blessings. Genius is small word for him. Genius भी उसके सामने छोटा word है. And he is basically a nautical engineer from Cranfield University, UK. Cranfield University, if you go on net, this is only university in the world specialized for aeronautical engineering. And he is specialized in aeronautical and more specialized in aerodynamics. And because of his specialized in aerodynamics and his mentor, can you imagine? क्या blessing मिला मुझे आप लोगों का. ये because of blessing and best wishes of you people in generation. His mentor is Nick Lawson, Nobel Prize winner of physics. He is his mentor who made him what he is today. That guru. So if you are amazing person, doctor may not have come in your life, engineer may not have come in your life, but fantastic teacher, an amazing teacher must have come in your life. Then only you become amazing person. So that is it. In spontaneity it came in my mind, so I shared with you. It's a really great pleasure sharing with you because now it's your turn to put India's flag on that height. Of course, by serving Indian civil services. That is great. So I tell you, it's so nice too that application versus selection is 9 lakh, 4.5 lakh happier, and out of 4.5 lakh, I think all of you must be aware of how many are cleared in mains for writing mains examination? Around, no, around 15 to 18,000. 9 lakh applicants, 4.5 lakh appearing, around 15 to 18,000 cleared for writing mains. Thereafter 3,000 qualify for interview. Even 15 to 18,000, 3,000 qualify for interview. And finally this year 685. Just think of. Now, should you get panic? No. Those who could not qualify, they missed only one thing. Not qualification, not knowledge, not preparation, hard work, nothing. What mattered the most? A strategy. Young candidate and standing on 8th rank, 14th rank, because the strategy is very good. Very amazing strategy. That we need to discuss today. And I'm really blessed that I have been mentor of these candidates for more than 2 decades. Of course, not sharing dice with them, that's a different thing. So this is very important to understand that those who get rejected every year in lakhs, I tell you some of them, once again, please, this line should be registered in your mind forever. Those who get rejected in this examination, number of times they are much more talented than those who qualify this examination. Number of times they are much more talented than those who qualified this examination, but they failed because of one thing. They are not able to write 20 questions in 3 hours. Their speed is slow. They are well prepared candidate. Number of times you will find some candidate, boy or girls, so talented and failed to qualify main examination. And you feel very depressed. Mama, and you meet them, sir, when he speaks like, my God, amazing speaker, amazing communicator. And then you ask them, sir, you are so well prepared, sir, and you failed to qualify this examination, sir. It is very demotivating for us. We feel like, how can we? If he is very honest, what he will tell you, you know, young man, so sweet you are. आपको जानते क्या बोलेंगे वो? बोलेंगे देखो, don't take my example. वो अपने को बोलेंगे. वो बोलेंगे क्या? I well prepared I am. And you know, उसका sometime he would be very emotional. He would say, or she would say, I was well prepared in all the questions. But by the time I was writing 14 or 15 questions, time got over. In the month of January, sweating like this. And warning bell, can you imagine? He is writing 14 questions just. By 15 question, invigilator came. Copy. Sir, it's not university examination, please. Or your copy would be blacklisted. You would be responsible for that. Okay, sir. He came out. As soon as he came out, reaching home or hostel, first call from Papa. How was your paper, beta? This time I think you joined coaching also. He is reminding you basically that I invested lakhs of rupees in you. You attended coaching also. This time we are expecting result, beta. How was the paper? Now you just imagine those candidates. कैसा depression होता है इसको. And simply one reason. Because he was casual. और मैं बताऊं, we are very selfish. मैं बहुत selfish हूँ. I look very people concerned. I am very self-centered person. Why so? I tell you, I don't bother those candidates who are not that much disciplined in time and word. When they come back to, sir, आपका help चाहिए. नहीं, मेरे पास time नहीं है. मैं डस्टबिन में टाइम नहीं इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. When you did not bother me, why should I bother you? Sir, I bothered you a lot. So what? It's not personal bothering, personal favor. Time and again I was asking you, write within time limit, write within word limit. Every time you have been exceeding. And now you are asking for, I am not the only person. There are so many professionals in this profession. You go to someone else. I won't. I don't have that much of energy and time. I want to use my time and energy for result orientation. I don't want to waste my time. And now I am in, of course, in that age that I want to do wonders before I salute this world. मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, जाओ, अच्छा लगता है बुरा लगता है ये तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम है. उसका बोल लेता हूँ, फिर आई डू फील मोर पेन. फिर जब निकल रहा है चुपचाप या निकल रही है तो बुलाता हूँ, कम आओ, प्रॉमिस करो, नहीं तो फेंक दूंगा 3rd फ्लोर से तुमको. नहीं सर, प्रॉमिस सर, promised. And there are some candidates whom I not name. Gujarat cadre में collector है, sorry, तो they are there, but now they are realizing, but never shared dice, because still there are so many candidates who could not qualify. So I repeat, never take example of others who are very talented, very qualified, but failed to qualify this examination. Never take such example. Never take such example, because they are well prepared, but they are not having that writing speed. They are not good communicator. They are not prepared out of box. They are not able to speak very nicely. They are not able to impress others. Because of that, they fail to qualify in interview also. इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं वो पूरा प्रिपेयर्ड है, वहाँ पर वो जा रहे हैं, उससे क्या पूछ रहे हैं, आउट ऑफ बॉक्स क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज दे वांट टू सी हाउ डू यू डील विद क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन. दे आस्क यू, यू सिट डाउन, गुड मॉर्निंग सर, गुड मॉर्निंग. द चेयरमैन इज स्माइलिंग, यू लुक वेरी नाइस इन स्पेक्स. Thank you, sir. Are you myopic or hypermetropic? You are. Now you prepared in all coaching institute about interview, never prepared about your spec. And he's myopic or hypermetropic? You are. Sir, I am myopic, sir. Myopic. What does it mean? Sir, I am short-sighted, sir. Oh my God, why should I take short-sighted person in administration? We need long-sighted people. No, sir, you can't throw out your specs now. Specs is there. And when you came out of interview, they are asking you, no, politicians are already short-sighted, you are also short-sighted, why should I take short-sighted person in civil services? No. You please ask question, I'm not interested. It's also part of interview to put the candidate in critical condition, to see whether he or she is able to manage stress or not. And candidate sinking like anything. On the other hand, smart candidate, how do they speak? They got immediately activated. They say very nicely, no arrogancy, very respectful. Sir, I do admit I am short-sighted, but clinically by sight I am short-sighted. By insight, I am not short-sighted. Oh, sight, insight? Yes, sir. To see future is insight, and to see in front is sight, sir, in my understanding. See, so humble, in my understanding, sir. Oh, very nice, your understanding it is. Interview took off. और बाहर आके बोला, पता है, they were asking for about my specs. हाँ, मैं तो specs लगाऊंगा ही नहीं, लेंस लगा के जाऊंगा. अरे उससे क्या होता है? How does it matter? लेंस लगा के जाओ. कोई गया ब्लू शर्ट पहन के पूछा, blue is your favorite color? Yes sir, blue is my favorite color, sir. Where is blue in the spectrum? Blue. Why sky looks blue? Then tell us something about blue economy. ब्लू रिवॉल्यूशन, व्हाइट रिवॉल्यूशन, ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन, एवरग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन. बाहर आया, मैं ब्लू पहन के गया था यार, इतना रिवॉल्यूशन पूछा, तो क्या करोगे? शर्ट तो पहन के जाओगे ना, सलमान खान की तरह तो जाओगे नहीं कि यू आर गोइंग इनसाइड इंटरव्यू विदाउट टी शर्ट, कि नहीं आप तो टी शर्ट पर क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. यू कैन नॉट बी. सो एंड गॉड ब्लेस टू ऑल ऑफ यू, द वे यू आर स्माइलिंग. माई इंटेंशन इज नॉट टू मेक यू स्माइल, बट कीप स्माइलिंग, कीप स्माइलिंग, सो दैट यू आर अ स्ट्रेस बूस्टर. आपसे कोई मिलता है तो आपसे बोलता है, as soon as I see you, meet you, I feel really very nice of you. Thank you, sir. अब कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं, as if he is holding this planet on his finger, है ना? And if you ask, क्या हुआ यार? What happened? बहुत दर्द है. अरे always you have some pain this here or here there. Reason to cry. These things matter a lot. Because you would be passing through depression, you would be passing through stress. These are very normal. Depression is very normal and very good sign also. You say, how can? When there is a valley, there is a mountain. Could you get this point? When there is a valley, you are depressed. That means you are low. That means generally you are high. आप ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कभी किसी को, फ्रेंड को, These days I am feeling very low यार. Oh my God. Congrats. What congrats? These days you are feeling low, that means generally you fly high. Oh yeah, that I did not realize. See, this is what matters. आप देखोगे, the way this examination is, it needs tremendous stamina. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, like that, no gap, nothing. And lots of candidates came out of examination hall asking for ambulance literally. So squeezed, not ambulance really asking, squeezed like. But some candidates you will find like Vivian Richards kind of person. Came out of paper 1, again standing. And like this. Acha hua paper, nice. Completed all the 20 questions very nicely before 5 minutes. I revised my questions also. This year you are expecting? Yeah, very much. ये attitude है. Without knowing what is going to happen next moment. है ना? This is safe. So, applicants versus selection ratio, never ever take any example of those who are successful and neither take example of those who are failures. You should follow your own way out. Because those who are successful, if they write examination, next year they might not be selected. It's not lottery. Basically, it matters, his willpower strategy. So never take example of others. Always cite your own example. Generally, parents ask you, go beta, meet the person, 6th rank holder, meet that girl. Meet that girl nicely, but don't follow her. You should be your own way. You should have your own way out. Then comes diversity of qualification. I repeat, in university examination, those who are writing, suppose, masters in economics, all would be writing by economics. Those who are writing history, all history. In engineering college, you are mechanical engineer, all writing mechanical engineers. All engineers basically. But here in this examination, the beauty of this examination is amazing. Engineers, doctors, management graduates, social science graduates, language experts, and especially engineers. Now you know how is the percentage of engineers cracking this examination? DOPT site, you must visit DOPT site, 72%. Then government encouraging engineers. Why so? Mechanical, civil, electrical, all are now optionals. Medical science optional, management optionals, and candidate generally, "Arey yaar, I'm engineer yaar, how can I justify that I left my area?" This is question normal, but government is promoting them. Engineers, come forward. Then only we can have digital India, smart city, skill development, new India. Government is trying to have closer interaction between bureaucracy and technocracy. That's why so many engineers are being promoted. Now engineer level candidates, they have reached up to level of Home Secretary, Defense Secretary, and they are able to understand what the problem is. Earlier there was gap between technocracy and bureaucracy. Now that gap is getting reduced in India very nicely. That's very important. So diversity of qualification, you have to compete with diversity of qualification. Diversity of qualification, that's very unique pattern of this examination. Third, it is undefined syllabus. In university examination, all of you know, syllabus is defined. But in this exam, what is prescribed to you? Indian economy. क्या मतलब होता है इंडियन इकोनॉमी? Ancient history, so many things is ancient. Medieval history, modern history, nothing prescribed. Freedom struggle, India since independence. How to then take out what is going to be asked? So undefined syllabus. Let me tell you one thing very important. Undefined syllabus and defined syllabus is like in university examination, in engineering and medical colleges, syllabus is defined. You know what you have to study. That is like roadways and railways. In railways, by reading out a station, you can reach anywhere from Srinagar to Kanyakumari. In roadways, by looking at milestone, you can drive from Hyderabad to Delhi very easily. But so roadways and railways are like university examination. And civil service examination is like, you tell me, like airways and waterways. Very nice of you. Some of you are very, very nice. Civil service examination is just like airways and waterways. Once plane takes off, then entire sky is the limit. Pilot, first thing comes in pilot's mind. वो अपने co-pilot को बोलता होगा, देखो बेटा, have you read in childhood? Sky is the limit. See now, even sky is not the limit. We may lead to space, Elon Musk. There is no limit. And so, what is special in airways? In airways, this examination like airways and waterways. Once you leave side, Totally depends on your navigation, because in roadways, if you miss some area, you may ask some people, Google search already with you. You can Google search. But that Google search will not apply in airways. Fine. And in manually also, if you ask, Bhaiya, where is, I want to go to that area. Oh, left side, right side. But in airways, when the pilot is lost direction, because he has poor aviation, he cannot, incoming flight, firstly it is not visible. Second thing, there is no privilege like, Bhaiya, Bangalore. No way. You may land in Indian Ocean. Nobody is there to guide you. This examination is just like airways and waterways. So don't make hurry. Before takeoff, plane moves in higher speed. So today we are having momentum, and thereafter take off very nicely. So that, and once your examination is close to you, you reduce your study hours. So that should be very smooth landing. Like one day before examination, you are totally cool and composed. Generally, you keep studying because your parents are worried. If one day before you started singing, you listening music, taking round of city, everybody is doubting you. Ye to gaya. Why so? Because they have established pattern. That's if the examination is closed, you should look devastated. Your eyes are red, hair untidy like this, and then sitting with so many books open. Then your room is like war room. Then parents come inside, your friends come inside your room. Oh my God, next topper of this series sitting in front of me. Psychology. And if your room is very well disciplined, every book is in proper side, pen, copy, everything in proper side, you are looking neat and clean, not at all tired, energetic. Even Baba asks you, are you preparing really? Yes, Baba. What nonsense? No. Take it properly. Why so? They want to see you exhausted. तब उनको लगता है अच्छा preparation कर रहा है. You are like family, gradually you will become family like. Earlier in my younger days, I tell you, when you would get back from institute after delivering lecture for 8-9 hours, getting back home, my wife was asking number of times, कहाँ से आ रहे हो? Where are you coming from? Coming from institute? No. Are? What no? No, you don't look like, your session was from 9:30 morning to evening. Yes, why are you interrogating me? No, you don't look tired. Where you had been? Put your hand over my head. Are yaar, pagal. Doubting integrity. Because she had seen her sister, their husband coming back home, putting off ties. वो मुझे नहीं देखती थी वैसे. She was not looking at me that way. She started doubting. But gradually she got to know, ये ऐसा ही है. He will even die with a smile. ये जब फ्लैट भी होगा ना, तो स्माइलिंग फेस लेके सैल्यूट करेगा वर्ल्ड को. That she knows. ये वो चीज़ है. Now she feel very proud of. पहले तो डाउट करे थे. Yes. Sorry. Sure, you are most welcome. राष्ट्रपति का सीट थोड़ी है. बैठ जाओ. Good. Okay. Very nice of you. Sit down. So, first it is regarding your undefined syllabus. That's very important. It's not defined. Then I will tell you how to define syllabus. Undefined syllabus, how to define. How to know what is prescribed and what. Then comes next, analytical. Analytical, applied, then academic. Now I tell you one thing. Suppose, what is academic kind of preparation and what is analytical kind of preparation? I would like to remind one simple example. Many examples I can give you. One simple. Suppose two candidates are sitting. One is academic type of, one is analytical kind of. They are preparing Indus Valley civilization. Just I am citing an example. They are preparing Indus Valley civilization. Because generally people think that history is to mug up. So you are preparing Indus Valley. See, one candidate is academic kind of. How is he preparing? Indus Valley, there was pottery, worshipping of people god, Indra god, crossroad was there, storage system was there. Oh my God, how many things are there? See, this is academic preparation. And the next candidate who is simple candidate but analytical in approach, how does he or she study? He or she study like this. Indus Valley civilization had pottery. Pottery means there was wheel. Without wheel, pottery cannot be made. When there was wheel, there must be transport. Because if wheel is rotating this way, wheel must be rotating this way also. If there was transport, transport for what? Transport for trade. When there was trade, trade of what? There are no industry, so trade of agriculture. Oh, trade of agriculture does mean there was a storage system for agriculture food production. Oh, when they are based on agriculture, they had been based on agriculture, means they are based on nature. Based on nature, still we are based on uncertainty. So based on nature, based on uncertainty, are you getting the line after line? One is pottery, pottery to wheel, wheel to transport, transport to trade, trade to agriculture, agriculture to natural uncertainty. Natural uncertainty, when you are heading towards uncertainty, you will head towards belief. Don't you see, number of times, you even open your question paper also by doing this. Because there is some sort of uncertainty. You worship. So uncertainty, so belief, the society was religious. And society was religious, so Indra god was worshipped, people god worshipped, livestock was worshipped, and then the candidate started dancing in the room itself. Uska batch mein milta hai. Arey yaar, because he is just scared of, he will lose from him only. तो तुम कैसे ऐसे करते हो? बस मतलब what is called analytical approach. Then you say, sir, how we can develop it? Yes, you will develop it. There is nothing surprise. Just, I will give you one opportunity because today is first session. You should not get panic. I will give you in my session, I will give you some opportunity like, you speak any topic this side, you speak any topic this side. Whatever comes in your mind. And you will find that two are interrelated. This is not magic. This is what is called analytical approach. Analyzing, interlinking things properly. Interlinking. One simple example. You are going by this road. In the month of October, you will find, or generally you will find lots of slum people sitting by the side of road. They are slum people, they are from village. That means migration of rural people to urban area in India. Then you start thinking, when there is so much migration of rural people towards urban area, so every urban area is having slums. When there are slums, there are cheaper labors. When there are cheaper labor, so cheap labor intensive industry. So labor intensive industry, so low quality product. So low quality product, so we have low export. Then you say, then what? Skill development. Skill development, manufacturing. Why China is so leading? Because China, 95% workforce is skill developed. And we have 8% only. How can we compete with China? China first focused on skill development. This is the reason that China is having manufacturing hub. And then you are, while passing by this road, you are just picked up one slum people and correlated so many things. Because of that, you are thinking that way. You are looking at the person, but you hit that person and say, sorry. That's very good too, because whenever you pick up anything in your mind, you start correlating things. And thereafter, I tell you, no need to swear on God, but even then I would say, within 5-6 months, your preparation would be over. And rather, you would be very curious to see examination. You would not be scared of examination. You would be rather watching for examination. Just like you are waiting for some loved one. कोई आपका आने वाला है या आने वाली है, you are sincerely waiting for his or her. Likewise, you would be sincerely waiting for examination. Yes, now let us face examination. That makes one go clear. So it is like analytical applied syllabus. I hope no need to write further. If you want, I will give you write-up. But here it is all clear to you. Applicant versus selection ratio, it is clear. What is the important message? The message is that you should not take example of those who are failures. You should not take example of those who are successful. Never ever. You will have your own way out, always. Then only you will crack in one go. If you start copying, copier can never be a leader. Copier can never be a leader. Don't be a copier. Just read them comparative. Of course, comparative approach should be there. How do they prepare? How do you prepare? So I repeat, diversity of qualification, I explained you, I hope, and feel free with me. In course of time, you will realize I am one of the best well-wisher in your life. Really. It's a really, initially starts professionally, gradually I get connected emotionally with the batch. But one thing I tell you, when result comes out, I generally don't interact with the batch because I know that out of 100, 10 would be there, 90 would be out. That's very painful. You make all out effort to see result, maximum result, but number of times you find candidate very much talented. Very talented candidate not able to qualify because of writing speed, communication skill, devastated. So that makes, so I repeat, this is to make you realize in this point, we had covered this point right now, understanding pattern. In understanding pattern, you got 5 points once again. See, this is also 5 points. Because of that, it registered in my mind, 5 points, and then the second point again giving 5 points. First point also gave you 5 points. So applicants versus selection, diversity of qualifications, undefined syllabus, I think all of you got it, and feel free with me. Would you like to write also some line? Got it? लिखना चाहते हैं आप? You got the very point properly. It is already registered in your mind. This habit, it's a really hats off to all of you. बहुत sweet हो तुमने जैसे कहा ना, no sir. It shows your confidence. That shows from one word you can take out so many words. That is your confidence. From one line you can take out many lines. So it is, then come analytical. What is analytical? What is applied? You could make out very easily. Interlinking basically. Interlinking is analytical and isolated preparation is academic preparation. Totally isolated preparation is academic preparation. Interlinking preparation, that is it. For example, एक और example यहाँ पर देता हूँ. For example, IT advancement and family structure, how are they interlinked to? IT advancement, then you say, sir, IT generating more than 70% jobs in India. These jobs are most preferred job, especially by girls, because the work ambience is very good. So there are so many girls in IT sector. Because of girls in IT sector, girls getting employment, so working couple. Now coming to working couple, so socio-economic status of family improved, child care, health care improved, purchasing power improved, all these improved, surrogacy started. Why? Because that lady cannot afford to stay back at home for 9 months and that to another 5 months for caring. So now earlier house was available on rent, now womb is available on rent. This is nothing wrong. This is cost of development. You have to pay cost. Could you get this point? So now from IT revolution, now you see IT to employment, to women employment, to working couple, to family structure, to purchasing power, to surrogacy, to extra, now some negative development also, extramarital relationship, homosexuality, drug addiction, alcoholism, domestic violence. These are cost because educated people fight more. Uneducated lady will take fight as granted. Earlier in villages also, one slapped by husband because the wife was not able to cook food properly. The wife was not taking it as some sort of, not expressing even, taking it granted. Husband, she was always sitting by the side of feet of her husband. Husband is tired. Now it is not like that. It's not like that. Wife is getting back home, she is also tired from office. Husband also, if husband gets back home first, he makes the tea for wife. If wife comes first, she makes the tea for husband. I am in your previous generation. In my generation it started. When I get back home first, I do make tea for my wife also. She is also high flyer. And when she gets back home, sometime it happens, suppose I am really not interested in making anything. Then I see her car is not there. I pass on. taking round till her car is there. Thereafter I reach there. So that thing would be ready. But don't share these secrets, please. You do your own way out. This is my technology. You should develop your own technology. So I repeat, what is called IT revolution, to employment, to women empowerment, to working couple, to family structure, and positive development in family, negative development in family. So from science technology paper 3, you correlated paper 1, social issues. ऐसे पढ़ो, देखो कैसे नहीं होता. How will not be able to qualify in one go, I tell you. एक go में qualify. And when Baba would be asking you, you hardly studying for 4 or 5 hours. How could you get? Baba, you are giving a smile. Baba, what is called secret? Would you like to? Now what? I will do it. Yeah, at least. So, and Baba is proud of you that my God, and even your family members, your colony members, your neighbors always creeping, condemning you like anything. Padhta kahan tha? Always taking here and there, playing badminton in the morning, that day the examination was there. And see, he qualified. Pata nahi kya hota hai? UPSC is very unfair. Why so? Because their son was sitting in room for whole life, could not qualify even prelims. And you will find another candidate, another girl, maybe you, God bless, just studying for 4 or 5 hours. Yes, but after qualifying, after cracking this examination, thereafter you pose yourself. Otherwise, people will not believe you. If you say, I was just studying for 4 or 5 hours and I never went for, generally people say, aise, trying to mislead. On the contrary, after getting successful, if you say, how many hours had you been studying? I don't think less than 12 hours or 11 hours, ever. Oh my God. Then people believe you are honest. So dishonesty has been taken as honesty. That is different thing. So I repeat, this is, as I told you, explained you, undefined syllabus. That I will explain how to. Analytical, then applied. Then finally, one thing is there, time and word limits. I repeat, these 4 points you have covered very nicely. This point, time and word limit. Any one of you in this class, please. How many time you are allocated by UPSC to answer one question in general studies in prelims? If you don't answer, no worries. You would say, sir, 120 minutes. You have 120 minutes, 2 hours. Itna to pata hai na? Paper 1, general studies, prelims, 120 minutes. How many questions you have to answer? 100. 100 questions to answer in 120 minutes. Kitna hua? 72 seconds. That means you have to write one objective, 72 seconds. And 0.33 would be your negative marking. After every 3, your 1 mark would be deducted. So 72 seconds. Here you need to write just 1-3 line. So here it is once again. It is like 120 minutes, 100 question, 72 seconds. And one thing, you as soon as you say, my God, 72 seconds, you have to write one. See, along with that, you need some sort of composure. When you are confident, you know that you know what you don't know. I repeat, you know what you know and what you don't know. 72 seconds is sufficient. But if you are confused, you are studied too much, even before examination. And when you are studying too much before examination, it is like you are putting fertilizer while harvesting. Farmers are harvesting and one farmer is spreading. What is nonsense going on? Studying too much before examination, that confuses you, and because of that what happens? Every option confuses you. Make sure, don't follow others. Your study hours should get reduced as soon as you are closer to examination. Even in test series, when you are writing test series, in that point of time, at least before 2-3 hours, you stop your study. Let mind cool off. Thereafter, it will react very nicely, or else it will spoil you. So, 72 seconds for one question, and in subjective examination, how many time you have? You have to write 180 minutes you have, 180 minutes and 10 question of 150 words, 10 question of 250 words. Are you getting me very properly? You have to write 20 questions. 10 question of 150 words, 10 question of 250 words. So you divide this way, 8 minutes for 150 words and 10 minutes for, then 10 minutes into 10, 100 minutes and 8 minutes into 10, are you getting me? 80 minutes, 180 minutes close. And that way, that means 150 words, you have that writing speed, that you write 150 words in 8 minutes, including getting the question, understanding the question, cracking the question, writing the question, revising the question. Then you say, my God, sir, 8 minutes is not that much. It is for everyone. What 8 minutes is not for us? It is for everyone. You have to do that. So this point you need to explain in out of all. Fine. In terms of just you write there where you have written this 5 points, all of you have written there. Below this 5 point, fifth point, you write one line. Time and word management. Change the para. Time and word management is very important, very decisive. Time and word management is very special in this examination. Time and word management very special in this examination. A candidate has to answer, same line, a candidate has to answer 100 objective questions, has to answer 100 objective questions of general studies, 100 objective questions of general studies in 120 minutes. In 120 minutes, which means 72 seconds, which means 72 seconds per question, with 22 seconds per question with 0.33% of negative marking. With 0.33% of negative marking. 0.33% of negative marking. And one more thing, please, here. All of you must be aware of what you are asked to use, pencil or pen? Once again, in objective, what is prescribed to you by UPSC, pen or pencil? Pen. Pencil not allowed now. And see, one bogus candidate simply say pen and pencil. And the candidate who is going to make rank, how will he or she define it? When you use pencil, you can change your decision very easily. But when you use pen, you can't change your decision. That mark cannot be changed. Even Constitution is subjected to change by amendment. Just imagine. But UPSC candidates are not allowed to amend. Article 368 does not apply to UPSC candidates. Could you get it? Constitution could be amended, but your answer could not be amended. You have to write in one go. So before taking out your pen, you should be very confident, yes. And if suppose, just imagine of that, marked, and thereafter, oh my God, can you do anything? No, you can't do. If you cross or rub something, and suppose some candidate also disqualify preliminary examination because they are sweating, their hands, sometimes some candidates having some vitamin deficiency, they have sweat hand. Time and again उनका hand sweating करता है. तो palm जब sweat करता है ना, तो generally they touch barcode unintentionally. That barcode is there in. So if you touch barcode by sweat hand, that distempers the barcode. And as soon as it is fed in NIC, National Informatics Center, Calcutta, where copy is evaluated, it reflects copy rejected because of distempering was, candidate try to distemper the barcode, and your result is negative, and you are not able to. So these are very common mistakes. Please make sure. So I repeat, 72 seconds for it. And another thing, as I explained you, so far for subjective, change the para here again. In subjective examination, change the para. In subjective examination, paper 1, 2, 3, in subjective examination, paper 1, 2, 3 of general studies, paper 1, 2, 3 of general studies include 10 questions with 150 words, 10 questions with 150 words, and 10 questions with 250 words. 10 questions with 150 words and 10 questions with 250 words, having 180 minutes. Having 180 minutes total. Having 180 minutes total. It means the candidate has to write 180 words question. Candidate has to write 180 words answer, 180 words answer within 8 minutes. 180 words answer within 8 minutes, totaling 80 minutes. And 250 words answer in 10 minutes. 250 words answer in 10 minutes, totaling 100 minutes. So altogether, very important line you are writing. So altogether, you write here, altogether, writing speed for a successful candidate. Writing speed for a successful candidate is 150 words per 8 minutes. Is 150 words per 8 minutes. Including understanding question, and classifying into 5 points. Understanding question and classifying into 5 points. Writing and revising. This speed, in the same line, this speed depends on practice. This speed depends on practice. Now you hold here for, and I must give you compliment that out of all candidates, 1 or 2 may be exception. Right now I could not see any exception. Hats off to you. For 2 hours stretch I was supposed to give you break because you are new to me, because generally I do take 3 hour, 4 hour at a stretch. But 2 hours are gone. I won't violate your human right. After a few minutes I will give you one small break. But the way you are writing, engrossed you are, hats off. Maintain this. You would be able to study your stretch in 2-3 hours in one go, very nicely. I tell you one thing, this whole discussion we had related to understanding pattern. Now you come for third point of the session. Thereafter I will give you one small break. Third point of the session, that is your strategy. And as I told you earlier, give me one line, one composer just. Now we are discussing a strategy, how to design your strategy. That's a very important. All of you are getting it properly. I am now in third point of the session, a strategy. See, in this preparation, let me clarify you first. In this preparation, your strategy should be, you write down these points that I will explain reason also. Few points, just precise point you write. So far as strategy design is concerned, point 1, main to pre. I will explain in detail, no worries. Second, reviewing syllabus and sequencing the topics. I will explain in detail, no worry. Main to pre, it should be preparation. Why so I will explain you. Second is reviewing syllabus and sequencing the topics. Third, it is reviewing question papers 2013 onwards, when pattern got changed. Reviewing question paper. Thereafter, pinpointing and writing notes. You prepare your own notes always. And thereafter, structuring answer. I repeat for your comfort. First is direction of preparation should be from main to pre always. Reviewing syllabus and sequencing the topics. I will explain in detail. Third, reviewing question papers, especially since 2013. Why 2013 especially? A pattern change from 2013. Thereafter, pinpointing and writing notes. Always prepare your own notes. In spite of getting a study material, book material from outside, even from institute, always prepare your own notes. Because that your notes is your child. And when your child it is, you can command. Sometimes we are not able to command our own child. But if it is own child, you can command. This. And thereafter, pinpointing and writing. Because when you review question, you are able to get what kind of questions are asked from which area. Thereafter, you define the syllabus. Undefined syllabus should be defined by going through the question papers. Getting it? And then come pinpointing and writing notes. And then finally, structuring answer. As I told all of you, professionally, not personally at all, that make sure always 5 points. So that 30 into 5, 150 words, and 50 into 5, 250 words. Any one of you, are you aware of fourth paper composition? General Studies fourth paper, how is it? How many questions in what area? It is from question number 1, I will give you here. In paper 4 of General Studies, that is unique, ethics, integrity and aptitude, in which 1 number question to 8 number question. They are short questions, 1 number to 8 number, short questions. And 9 number question to 14 number, they are case studies. They are extensive. Their words keep changing. They don't prescribe 150, 250. Some may be 300 words, some may be just 100 words. So paper 4 is very challenging. That is testing your aptitude, ethics and integrity. So that I will give you write up, no worry, everything I have prepared for you only. So this is your structuring, strategy design. Now let me tell you in detail, strategy. Why you should prepare. I will give you write up also, few more write up. Main points I am giving you. Ek baat batao aap, just tell me one thing. Why you should prepare from main to pre direction? Why you should not prepare from pre to main? Because general practice is first prepare for prelims, qualify prelims, then think of main. 100% the candidate will never be able to qualify this examination. Why so? I tell you why so. Main to pre preparation is required because once you are prepared on mains level and then you are writing prelims, because prelims 99% questions are analytical questions now. Unless you are prepared on mains level, you can't write. For example, I tell you one thing. Earlier the question was like, Article 370 stands for special status, which means 1, 2, 3, 4 option. Now the questions are so analytical, they would be asking you like this. Read out the following statement regarding Article 370 of Indian Constitution. 1, 2, 3, 4. And thereafter option is 1, 2 correct, only 2 correct, 3, 4 correct, or 1, 2, 3, 4 all correct. That means unless you thoroughly knows entire Article 370 related article also, you won't be able to answer that question. So that means unless you are prepared on mains level, you won't be able to answer prelims question. One. Second thing is that preparing for mains is like preparing for Olympics. And writing prelims is like writing for Asian Games. So naturally when you are prepared for Olympics and playing in Asian Games, you will certainly qualify. But if you prepared on Asian Games, then writing going for Olympics, no chance. And third very important reason, any one of you please, if you speak, that will be fantastic. Why third reason is there? Why we should prepare mains first? Third reason is reducing time gap between mains and pre. अभी 3 साल से UPSC, what UPSC is doing including COVID period, they are giving hardly 75 days between prelims result and mains examination. Now you tell me, all of you, put your hand on heart, that your result came out today, you qualified prelims. Will you be able to prepare within 75 days entire main syllabus? Not at all. Professionally, hardcore speaking, next to impossible. Not prepared. You can't. That means mains examination approaching you and you are preparing like anything. This period is for revising, not for preparing. And UPSC, why UPSC is doing so? UPSC want quality candidates, so that the candidates should be prepared on mains level. Then they are writing prelims. They get very quality candidates. Getting the point? This interpretation you have to keep in mind, and I will give you write up also. Let me first few point more. Then it is like, as I told you, first it is main to pre-preparation, as I explained. Reason I will be giving you. Thereafter I will pick up reviewing of syllabus and sequencing. I will explain that. Few lines you put here, please. Change the para. A candidate has to prepare. A candidate has to prepare in main to pre-direction. A candidate has to prepare for main to pre-direction because dash thereafter 1, 2, 3, 4 point. Because point 1, analytical objective questions. Point 1, analytical objective. A candidate has to prepare for main to pre-direction because point 1, analytical objective question. Point 1. Point 2, reducing time gap between prelims result and main examination. Reducing time gap between prelims result and main examination. Point 3, UPSC prefers analytical and applied candidate. UPSC prefers analytical and applied preparation. Analytical and applied preparation instead of academic. Or bookish. Point 4, the candidate has to be more conceptual. Point 4, the candidate has to be more conceptual than factual. The candidate has to be more conceptual than factual. Point 5, the candidate must have ability to interpret. The candidate must have ability to interpret, interlink. The candidate must have ability to interpret, interlink, and analyze any statement. Change the para. This preparation is especially required. For paper 4 general studies. This preparation is especially required for general studies paper 4. In which question number 1 to 8 are short questions. Question number 1 to 8 are short questions based on statements. A statement which candidate have to, based on a statement which candidate has to interpret. Based on a statement which candidate has to interpret. Which candidate has to interpret. However, question number 9 to 14. However, question number 9 to 14 are case studies also called situation reaction questions. Are case studies also called situation reaction questions. Situation reactions questions. Now again you may have realized today we are meeting first time, but even then again I have given you 5 points. 5, 5, 5, 5 आदत बना लो, you would be not missing single point, exemption or. I am just sharing, you don't follow me, I already asking you, you have your own way out, but something we have to follow. That is basic rule of preparation, rule of. So 5 points, we develop 5 points preparation always. Whatever you always prepare 5 points, this way. So I repeat, I gave you 5 points why it should be main to pre. Second point is here, that is reviewing your syllabus and sequencing. Now any one of you please, suppose you are studying Indian geography, just example. It is written there in syllabus, Indian geography, nothing written thereafter. How you should study Indian geography? What should be your sequence of topics? Sequence of topic, think of. Suppose I am Indian, I am Indian geography. And thus my physical boundary is like Himalayas here. This is Kirthar and Suleiman range. My right hand, Kirthar Suleiman range. My left hand, Arakan Yoma mountain ranges. Then you say, sir, I did not study these things. How can? In a school level, all of us study. And when we are not aware of our mother, whom we are going to serve, your command over Indian geography should be like that you are putting hand here and you say, where the map is starting? Here. Oh, this is Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh. This is Telangana. Then your masterpiece. And then how to develop it? When you are studying Indian geography, sequence should be mountain system. After studying mountain system like Himalayas, northwest, northeast, this is what is called Vindhya Satpura. My west is like Vindhya Satpura. These are Vindhya Satpura ranges. This side is northern India, this side is southern India. The Eastern Ghat mountains, discontinuous. Western Ghat mountains, continuous. And the two are closing to each other. Annamalai, Nilgiri ranges. This is whole India. Getting it? So when you prepare Indian geography, the sequence should be like mountain system. After mountain system, what you should study? Of course, river. Very nice of you, say river. But if I suggest you, mountain directs the monsoon. So after mountain system, if you study monsoon to rainfall distribution, rainfall to, when rainfall decide cropping pattern, so cropping pattern, then cropping pattern to food pattern. Could you getting it? Why southern? ऐसे पढ़ोगे ना, देखो क्या मजा आएगा geography में. You will feel like somebody asking you, why southern Indian people prefer fermented food? आप dosa, idli, bada, sambar, you prefer. Northern Indian people can digest anything. In northern India, you will find idli, sambar, bada, dosa, everything available. But in southern India, bati chokha not available. Bati, not available in southern India. Why is it so that you people don't accept northern Indian food and we northern Indian people accept your southern Indian food? Don't fight over it. I'm just giving you geographical reason. Southern India is having laterite soil or red soil. Today ask Baba Mummy, Papa, why do we consume fermented food so much? Southern India is having red soil and laterite soil. Both the soil is acidic or both the soil has more iron content. Iron content means more constipation. Because when you consume iron containing more constipation. More constipation, you need acidic food. That's why you put lemon. So much sour, fermented. So you easily digest them. Of course, you digest chicken, mutton also. But your regular food is not chicken, mutton. Regular food is like idli. Morning time when I pass here, now I am habituated for the last 10 years, I think since 2010. I am visiting analog, only analog. I never ever visit anywhere. Let me clarify it. It's my chemistry with Mr. Srikanth. So I do visit from since 2010. Before COVID, it was almost in 1 month 2 visits. Now maybe restarted same way. The way you are responding, I would love to spend time with you. Weekend. कि तुम लोग result चाहिए आपसे. This is the only thing. Teamwork it is, results. So I tell you, it is like more acidic food, fermented food. Because of that, you prefer fermented. In northern India, sambar, dosa, idli, vada all popular because that side is alluvial soil. In alluvial soil, there is no problem of constipation as such. So we do digest rocks, stones, mutton, chicken, paratha, bati, everything. But you have that limitation because of your soil pattern. So this is the reason southern India is having more and more fermented food. Northern India does not have fermented food. Simple. This is called social geography. So I repeat, mountain to monsoon, monsoon to rainfall, rainfall to cropping pattern to food pattern to culture also. Why it is so? Northern India is having change of season, variety of change of season, change of crop, change of food, change of cultural pattern. Northeastern people, short, stout. Ganga plain, medium range people. And northwestern people, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, you look at like this. Majority of them. So, see, their built is influence. That way you are covering how geography influences society and human race. So then thereafter you are going to NCERT and all. I will give you that recommended books also. As I pointed you out, go for few books. Don't go for too many. Recommend too many. But you should study simple. जब कोई पूछे गिना दो एकदम. Huge number so that they should feel heat of examination. Because it's our trade secret of our profession. Basically, I will give you few books, and today after the session you go through those books on net. You will find क्या fantastic book है. Why they don't recommend? Because generally faculty, I am not exceptional, but I will share with you all those books which we are studying. And generally we don't recommend those books. Because you will get the same source, then you won't attach value to us. ये problem है. So then you say you don't have that problem. Are you God side? No, I am human. But I am sharing with you because I know you are a smart generation. You will find out. You will find out. Before you find out, why not I should reveal you? Simple. So I repeat, sequencing of syllabus, that's very important. Second point. Any topic, sequencing. Any topic. For example, first you study constitution. Then you study polity. Because constitution is structure. Polity is action. Then government you study, means the structure of the government, executive, legislative, judiciary. I will always take up day-to-day example when I am taking a regular session. For example, your mummy papa is standing here. Just giving example. Your mummy papa is standing here. The papa looking at ma looking at papa. Both have brain. They have brain, that is constitution. But how do they start speaking? That is polity. That is action part, mind. Mind is action part and brain is constitution part. All of us have same brain, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Shruti Sharma का भी यही तीन है ना? Cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. But her mind is functioning differently. Because of that, she topped the list. Mind function. So likewise, you are setting sequence. Constitution, then, and I citing example of mummy papa standing here. It means it is like government, they are like government structure. When they started interacting, that means their relations. Suppose mama started speaking, papa got quiet. You please. That shows their relationship. That is governance. Means the structure of executive, legislative, judiciary, that is government. Their interrelation, governance. And suppose mummy time and again calling papa on phone. had your dinner, because they are a distance place. That is e-governance. Using electronic media. This is it. And when they are using electronic media and we are heading towards that, means government governance, e-governance. E-governance lead to good governance, because as soon as Papa is sitting there and the call is wife. Hello. Feel nice. Not always. Don't get illusioned. It is not always. Just I am taking session here. Sometimes it is like you are touching RDX, because you got to know for what reason the call is. So it is like that. So I repeat, it is like government, you study government, first you study constitution, then polity, then government, then governance, then e-governance, good governance, smart governance. Topic complete, interrelated. So that you need to write here. Syllabus, all of you make sure today, in 1 week, you literally go through syllabus number of times, top to bottom, so that each syllabus is totally on your fingertips. And when you take syllabus on your fingertips, what are in paper 1? Paper 1 has ancient, medieval, modern history, then art and culture. I will give you that. So right sequence of topic. I will give you that. Don't worry for it. First you point out here. Change the para. Right now you have written about this one. Main to pre-preparation. You have reasoned out it. Fine. Change the para thereafter. Next step, syllabus of general studies. Syllabus of general studies must be reviewed paper-wise. Syllabus of general studies must be reviewed paper-wise. To set different topics. Must be reviewed paper-wise to set different topics in right sequence. Accordingly, in the same line, accordingly, if Indian geography is taken into account, then a study should start with, Indian mountain system. Study should start with Indian mountain system. Then direction of monsoon, then rainfall distribution, then soil pattern, then cropping pattern, then food pattern, and then cultural pattern. Change the para. Therefore, every paper of general studies must have a right sequence. Of topics. Accordingly, paper 1. And when you write accordingly paper 1, just you give me 1 minute here. Why reviewing syllabus and sequencing is very important to qualify this examination in one go? Because sequence is very important. Let me tell you one simple example. Since you are in Hyderabad, it's a biryani capital of India. So you are making chicken, suppose. You take chicken, cut into pieces, then marinate. Thereafter you cook or roast, then you lay out. This is right sequence. But suppose you do this way. You take chicken, marinate, thereafter washed, thereafter cooked, again cooked and laid out. People ask you, had you cut into pieces? Yes. Marinated? Yes. Cooked? Yes. Then why is it so? Everything is done, but what is wrong? Sequence. Oh, so sweet of you people. I tell you, majority of the candidates who fail to qualify this examination in one go, they have wrong sequence of study. वो correlate ही नहीं कर पाते हैं. और number of times आप उनको देखोगे, they have become 30 plus, look like saint. His room is like library, huge number of books. And when you younger people visit them, Namaskar sir, Namaskar. Sir, you are also from Andhra? Yeah, I'm also from Andhra. In Delhi, it is common practice. Sir, yeah, I want to take your guide, sir, because you are so talented. You are so talented. Sir, thereafter, sir, will you please recommend me few books? He will smile like this. Few books. See books. The room is like library and he is sitting like a saint and researcher. And then he say, after having this much of books, I failed to qualify. And you asking for few books. You came out and purchased one anti-depression tablet. Because you got totally frustrated, my God, when his saint is not able to qualify, how can I? You are taking totally wrong example because he has studied so much that he forgot his name also. He's totally confused. There is always a limit. Those who don't study never qualify. Don't study too much never qualify. Because an IAS officer is not supposed to study too much. IAS officer को react करते देखते हो फाइल पर कैसे करते react? ऐसे देखेंगे. Yes. These are the points you need to answer. You please accept it. Receive it, please. Receive it. You will report back to me this weekend, such and such date, by this much of hours. Sir, no. Do you need more time? Yes, sir. You tell me. Sir, by next weekend I will. Right here. Or else you would be suspended. Sir, yes. You would be suspended. Take file out. Please. Next, please. This is the way an IAS officer work. Fast. But he gets everything. So this is the quality UPSC research. So I repeat here. First you topic wise you set, in every topic you set sequence. And thereafter, when you study in sequence, you will enjoy your preparation like anything. Because you know what to take out from where. And thereafter, as I am reciting an example, even paper should be proper. Are you getting me very properly? Topic wise write sequence and paper wise write sequence. Paper wise write sequence should be like in paper 1, what are prescribed to you? Ancient, write all of you. In short I am writing, you may write it. History. You have to write history, ancient, medieval, modern. And along with ancient, medieval, modern, what topic you should study thereafter? Write. Coaching will go in your own way. You should go in your own way. Class should not be your schedule also. Thereafter you should go for art and culture. Art and culture. And I keep prescribing you some books also, few books. Just, and don't purchase those books. First you go on net and see the book. Fantastic they are. For history, ancient, medieval and modern, you purchase Al Mukherjee. Generally people don't prescribe. Al Mukherjee. Very good book it is. It is Al Mukherjee from Presidency College, Calcutta. This book is amazing book. Very precise and handy. And when you find book ancient this much, medieval this much, we will start doubting me also. Why so? Because generally you feel when I prescribe a book, recommend a book, and that book is voluminous. You are kind of slim trim girls taking support of this girl also. Hold. Then you feel Sinha Sir is very effective. See the book he prescribed. अरे यार उससे कुछ नहीं होता है. That is volume only. You go through it's like cyanide capsule. One cyanide capsule is more than sufficient for cobras even. So I tell you, Al Mukherjee, I don't have any agency of Al Mukherjee, let me clarify. Al Mukherjee is no more. Al Mukherjee, he has written the book on ancient, medieval, modern, and all books are handy. And you go through these books and then you attend session of any faculty, any one faculty, including me. Your face would be always smiling because you are able to make out kahan se hum padha rahe hain. What is our source? Naturally you would be enjoying the source. So this is one. Art and culture. There is a book, name of the book is The Wonder That Was India. The name itself is very good. The Wonder That Was India. What is the name of author? Some of you are very talented girl and boy. Which one? Arey kya baat. Have you read that book? Purchased? Purchased. A. L. Basham. The Wonder That Was India, Art and Culture. All questions of UPSC come from this book, Art and Culture. The Wonder That Was India. Thereafter, you go for, right now you should not go for world history. First you cover Indian side. Thereafter you go for Freedom Struggle. Freedom Struggle by Bipin Chandra. Freedom Struggle, it's a different part. Freedom Struggle by Bipin Chandra. Thereafter, Post-Independent India. That I will be starting in this session. Post-Independent, this is also Bipin Chandra. You have two books here, Bipin Chandra and Ramchandra Guha. You better go for Bipin Chandra. Bipin Chandra, Mridula Chatterjee, they are authors. So, Post-Independent India. After covering this one, history, ancient, medieval, modern, art and culture, then freedom struggle, thereafter post-independent India, then you go for world geography. Don't go for world history, because in world history you have to know area wise also. So first you world geography by NCERT, very good. NCERT is more than sufficient. NCERT 10+2. Don't revise like 10 class and the 12 class, it's not like that. And if you say so, some successful candidate recommended class 9th and 10th also. It is your choice to follow. If you are going to 9th class, then 10th class, then 12th class, are you going for NCERT preparation or are you going for civil services? Naturally 12th. And if you are not able to understand 12th class NCERT, ask yourself, you are graduate or not? When a graduate not able to understand 12th class book, what is the meaning of being graduate then? So this is world geography, NCERT. Then you go for world geography, world history. Then you go for world history, and once again world history by Al Mukherjee. World history by Al Mukherjee. Al Mukherjee. World history is also ancient, medieval, modern, and world history. All you have Al Mukherjee. Small books there. And then come Al Mukherjee, same, Presidency College, Calcutta, and its a publisher is Surjit Publication. One publisher is there, so you should not get confused. Surjit Publication, they have taken royalty of Presidency College, so that book. And thereafter you go for social issues. Social issues, generally it is current development, but even then you need to prepare from, there is a book called Change in Modern Indian Society by M.N. Srinivas. He is from JNU. Change in Modern Indian Society. Changes in Modern Indian Society by M.N. Srinivas. Changes in Modern Indian Society by M.N. Srinivas. M.N. Srinivas. And now, I'm not asking question, activating you. Any one of you, what is left out in paper 1 in right sequence? I have deliberately left out one thing. Indian geography, all, yes. Very nice, Indian geography. And after the social issues, world geography, thereafter Indian geography, and then you go for Indian geography with environment, NCERT. Here you go for Indian geography and then you go for environment, same NCERT. Indian geography and environment. Indian geography and environment. Here you may go for Indian history first because we are all from India. It is your choice whether you want to start from India. But one thing again I remind you, coaching classes have different schedule. You should not go by the same schedule. One question comes in your mind. What question? Sir, if I am not going through along with the class, my preparation would not be that way. No, what you do, you should have your personal schedule in this sequence. And class revision should be there always. Whatever you are studying in class, that should be revised. But go into right sequence of topics. So to get maximum in minimum time. So this is paper 1 covered totally. Paper 1, nothing left out now. And environment also from NCERT, Indian geography also from NCERT. Then comes paper 2. You put on paper 2. Paper 2, write the sequence. Paper 2, point 1 should be Constitution and political system. Constitution and political system, same line. Constitution and polity you can write. Constitution and polity. That I think all of you know, Lakshmikant. That is good. Constitution and polity, Lakshmikant. Next is Indian Parliament by Subhas Kashyap. Indian Parliament, all parliamentary proceeding you need to study here. Indian Parliament by Subhas Kashyap. Subhas Kashyap. Then next is Social Justice. Social Justice. And here you should not purchase any book. For social justice, you have to study all government plans and programs on government websites. So just you refer website of different ministries and department. I will give you what website you to visit. Websites of different ministries and department. Website of I will make you understand how to collect, how to visit website also I will let you. Next please. Next, the foreign policy, same paper 2, foreign policy, international organizations, same. But the same paper 2, constitution polity. Thereafter you have parliament, Subhas Kashyap. Thereafter you have social justice, as I referred you. Thereafter foreign policy, international organization and international relations. Foreign policy, international organization, international relations. And here, for just don't go into that much detail. Here you just purchase one small book available, that is in bracket you write Foreign Policy of India Since Independence by V.P. Dutt. Foreign Policy of India Since Independence by V.P. Dutt. Foreign Policy of India Since Independence by V.P. Dutt. And this V.P. Dutt is also a very handy book. It's a government publication. Government has publication division it is. So V.P. Dutt. It will give you very good conception of foreign policy of India. Then comes, this is international organization also covered. And international organization, don't purchase any book. Simply you type UNO on net. You are so net friendly people. Just type UNO, you will get everything. You type NATO, get everything. And देखो एक चीज बना लो आप, एक separate email बनाओ. Make a separate email for you, for your preparation. And suppose I am at your place, I am visiting UNO. No need to explain to you, rather you are smarter than me, I am previous generation. You find there that there is a click arrow indicator is showing. इतना तो आप सब देखते हैं ना, you are visiting UNO site on net. One indicator is arrow. When you click that arrow, they will ask you whether in WhatsApp or in message or in email. You pass all these material to your email, separate email. Collect all such, could you get the point? Collect all such material into separate email. Suppose, whatever, a separate mail for IAS preparation. Whatever is your name, and that should be name ias@gmail.com or at hotmail, yahoo.com, जो बनाना है. IAS जरूर लिख दो. However, everyone won't get that mail if you are writing, all of you writing IAS, but name would be different. That's a lighter vein I'm saying. So you make a mail ID, separate mail ID, where you should not share with anyone. Otherwise, they will start giving you mail in that area also. And then whatever you are studying on net, just pass on to your mail ID. And separately you study that. When you find very useful, take print out, underline. This is way of preparation. Now I tell you, generally when in Delhi also, when people attend open session, interactive session, they come like that it is a speech of Baba Ramdev. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Prophetic lectures. But now you may have realized this is not prophetic. It's right now still we are covering a large number of areas. So this is the way strategic discussion should be. So I repeat, as I told you, paper 2 covered. Paper 2 I covered you Constitution and Polity. Then I covered Parliament by Subhash Kashyap, then Social Justice, then cover Foreign Policy, International Relation, International Organization. Any one of you please, what is left out in paper 2? Comparative study of different constitution. 5th point. Comparative study of different constitution. Comparative study of different constitution. And it is also from net. Don't purchase any book from net. And this part, without fail, I do take this part, because in this part, no faculty gets ready. Say, after you complete Indian Constitution, any faculty, or I would be, or Mr. Revu Kumar Sir would be, whosoever. After covering Indian Constitution, then I come to you for covering Constitution of Britain, Canada, Australia, France, Germany, Japan, China, South Africa, and that too, one full day, second full day, no visa, no passport required. Within 2 days, entire country covered, and next day evening, see you goodbye, and every constitution of the world you would be knowing it. That's not magic, that's a basically framework. You will get to know. So this is now you see, now paper 2 covered. Come to paper 3 of General Studies. Paper 3. In paper 3, first is Indian economy. Indian economy. And you generally people purchase Datan Sundaram. That's a very voluminous. आपका BP high हो जाता है book देख करके कि my God, how to study this much. Instead, you purchase one book. All fundamentals of economy would be clear to you. The name of the book is Performance and Policies by Uma Kapila. Performance and Policies by Uma Kapila. This is also a handy book on economy. Very interesting. You will get to know fundamental or per capita, GDP, NNP, green economy, everything would be there. So this is Indian economy first. Thereafter, point 2, general science, NCERT. And I suggest you one thing today. After this session, you go on net even. You will find the Hindu has published what is called the Hindu Speaks on Scientific Facts. 100 rupees book. 2 books are there. You will find you will be master in every area of science and technology by covering that. Small handy book. You write that name of the book. The Hindu Speaks on Scientific Facts. The Hindu Speaks on Scientific Facts, Volume 1, Volume 2. And generally you don't go to purchase from any bookseller, because booksellers say simply it is outdated, out of publication, because they don't get commission. There are 2 ways. Either you go straightway to Hindu office. Hindu office is there, the Hindu newspaper office. Or don't go there, order on Amazon. This book is available, Flipkart, everywhere available. This you order the book, 100 rupees one book, 2 book 200 rupees. It's not question of cost. You will get, and this book has been written by engineers, doctors, management graduates, IISc professors. What else you want? Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore professors have written number of, because this book is regarding different areas explained by different experts and in simple language. You will enjoy this book, and by preparing from this, you will cover science and technology also, because this is fundamental science plus science. So NCERT plus this book, it will cover science, because science technology is in main examination and general science is in preliminary examination. So this is science area covers general science. Then the third point is science and technology advancement. Science and technology advancement, that is also from NET. Science and technology advancement, it is also from NET. Then next is internal security. Internal security, and here also on science technology advancement, no need to purchase book from NET. And internal security, you need not purchase any book. You go on Department of Internal Security website. Department of Internal Security website. Because books are available, they are not covered. Even a Spectrum Guide and Tata McGraw-Hill, they have covered. But no question is asked from the way they have covered. Internal security, in which you have to study lots of things: left-wing extremism, insurgency, northeast terrorism, organized crime, hawala operating, money laundering. Most probably, I would be covering this area, internal security, because I would love to cover those areas where books are generally not available, along with sharing my source also, that how do I prepare, so that it should be very transparent to you. So this internal security, what is left out in paper 3, one topic, disaster management. Disaster management. Disaster management also from NCERT. And now you just realize what is the interest in this syllabus. Social issue paper 1, social justice paper 2. Likewise, environment paper 1, disaster management paper 3. They have interlinked all the papers. So this is all about paper 3 covered. Now paper 4. And paper 4, there are 3 topics in detail you have to cover: aptitude, integrity and ethics. Aptitude, integrity and ethics. Aptitude, integrity and ethics. And here I will suggest you that you purchase a guide of SSB, Services Selection Board, Army recruitment. You will find all these: ethics, integrity, aptitude, very nicely explained. Because basically this was taken from Army selection, which is introduced in civil services. A typical attitude is required. So this I will explain further, but this is all from SSB guide. What is called SSB guide? Services Selection Board guide. The Army selection guide. From there you need to prepare, or else faculty will cover it. Either way you can do it. This is your general studies, all the papers in right sequence we have covered. And thereafter I had given you, already you know, you go to the question papers 2013, and in question papers I request all of you, you purchase from market, there are guide in which they have analyzed question paper of UPSC section wise. You purchase that guide, that will help you a lot in understanding what kind of question asked from which area, so that you could define the syllabus. Thereafter I had given you pinpointing notes. So whatever you study, you pinpoint in, as I had given you one today, a small line, you are interpreting the line. So are you getting my point? A small line, you are interpreting the line. So you prepare your notes same way. Always write a small line, and after a month or so, you go through that line and try to recall. If you are able to recall, your preparation is fantastic. If not able to recall, revise it. But if you write a very full line, you won't be able to test yourself whether you are able to recall or not. So this is technique. Writing always short line, bullet points, and then interpret, then recall what you studied therein. And finally, I had given you what is answer structuring. In answer structuring, I already suggested you, always make 5 points of any answer so that 30 words into 5, 150, 50 words into 5, 250. That should be your habit. So right now, all of you got it properly? Right now we have covered, as per your myth and realities, understanding pattern, strategy. We covered thoroughly. And I'm giving you one small break. I'm doing injustice to you, sorry. A small 10, 15, it's not lunch break, please. Lunch break, I will give you 1:30 to 2:30. Well, 1 hour is sufficient. Don't take too much food. Otherwise, after lunch break, it's not like. I will also promise, I will also not take that much. A small amount I will take. So like, after small break, we will be starting the strategy already covered. Then we will start how to analyze newspaper. That is called reverse review technique. And how to analyze newspaper, news channels, magazines. And then finally, we will end session today by 1:30. That is like time and word stress management all. Then this interactive part should be over. After 2:30, I will start topic. First topic, you are going to serve India as Indian civil servant. So I will start from India since independence. How is India since Nehru to Narendra Modi? Of course, it won't be covered. It will take 4 sessions. So have a small break, 15 minutes, and thereafter come back. I will cover rest part. Thank you. It is 12, yeah, please. One thing I will do, while leaving before lunch break, everyone would be free, asking doubts, whatever doubts you have. Fine?